because everybody, it's so easy. If you're going to be, I feel like here's what happens. People either say they key the back or they key the line. And if you ask them if they key the line, you say, what do you key? And they say the triangle. And then it's like this vague term that everybody says, okay, like, and everybody just accepts it, right? People say, okay, well, what's my, like, okay, well, what is your triangle? Because it feels like that coaching forever has said that this is the accepted triangle. And you know, here it goes. I mean, maybe. So now let's go back to it for a box backer. So I'm going to define a box backer as any linebacker that is aligned from essentially a 40 to a 40. B gap to B gap. Okay. Your base play that you look at things. And before I put the running back there, the tight end there, let's just say, hey, it could be because we called single high man. It could be because we were just balanced in 2x2. Your box backer keys. Okay. You work from your guard through the far guard. And remember, everything we coach is in this mindset. Scope, right? There's a primary indicator, right? And then your scope must always include those. So my guard to far guard. So this guy is my guard to far guard. There's your two triangles. Now, really critical. The next thing that happens is, okay, is there a sniffer or not? Or Y off, H back, whatever you want to call it, sniffer. Okay. So now, if there is, okay, then here's what's really important. Is he a threat to go back or not? Some people call it highway relay, whatever it is. I like that term. We use it. Okay. But if he's a threat to go back, then I want both guys' eyes to start their triangle front side. Make sense? Like, so your triangle starts front side guard, sniffer. And it's still going through the backside guard, but that's where it starts. If there's no threat of the tight end going back either, he's out of the box. Okay. Or he's in a highway position. He's wide. There's no chance he's coming back. Hopefully, you know by scouting report, like where your visual keys are of what could alert the guy to go back. But now I go back to my guard through the far guard. That makes sense? Now, if there's no sniffer, now I'm my guard through the far guard through the next primary indicator, which is that back, which is going to tell me pre-snap what I might be able to play. Okay, real quick, can I have 3 minutes? I'll be back.
Have anything you want.
Okay, I'll be back in 3 minutes, and I'm going to talk. And this guy, we're box backers. So let's say we're in overfront, and we'd have to be in man-to-man or some jacked up deal, or playing like buzz coverage to be in this alignment, right? But let's say he's not in a position where he's going to go back, and then he goes back. Well, I would have told you, right, in a perfect world that your eyes would have, if you were this backer, you would be going your guard to the far guard. So you may have started here, but you would eventually feel color cross, hopefully, and still feel it. You just might be a little bit later on your fit. And I think there's also the element of, okay, do you have this guy out or not? Because that tells you also how fast I need to react to a slider. If I don't have him out in coverage, then it's okay if I'm late on that fit. If I do have him out in coverage, then I better be able to leverage him, right? So, like, it's not perfect, but essentially, the deeper this guy gets, the more tucked he gets. I would like both of them to start that guard through the sniffer, and then that's where your triangle goes. And if you call it out, if one of them alerts it, then that should bring both eyes front side and make the guy away from the tight end to cross key with his eyes. Now, that's how we coach in terms of being a box backer. Now, if we're boxed, okay, so remember, our base alignment on 3x1 for us is boxed. Now, this guy, whether it's 3 down or remember, 3 down, he's going to stat the nose. 4 down, he's either A or B based on what front we're in, if we're in under or over. But this guy, and so guess what? By definition, is he a box backer? Yes. So what's his key? Exactly like we just said. Like, he's working his guard through the far guard unless the tight end is an alert for to possibly cross the ball. So then he'll start opposite of himself. Okay. In A gap, nothing's really opposite in A gap. You're going to start front side. But this guy's triangle, when you're bossed, okay, your triangle starts him through the near guard. Like that's your three. I think it's hard when you ask these guys to see anything further than that. And I want you to start with the tight end there. I want your guys to start there because his action at that point is going to tell you whether you're going back, whether he's going out, whether he's running a pop pass, or whether he's blocking directly in front of you. So when you're bossed, I want you to start here, but I still want you to be able to feel in your that, hey, the tight end will be what? The primary. And then I want you to feel everything around it. So that's your boss triangle. So you have your box triangle, your boss triangle. And if you wanted to simplify, you can say, hey guys, we're always going to key the guard to the tight end side. But like there's issues with that because you'll miss on the people that run like a lot of people, our offense does, and other people who play, where they arc the tight end and then they run counter OT. Like if you're telling this guy to always, whether he's off or on, always start front side, he's gonna be so late here. So you'd still like to say, and then guess what? If he's staying on this side of the formation, he's probably in a highway relocation. He's in a location where he's not crossing. So then he should have been my guard to the far guard, and he should feel that he should be able to key it soon enough. Okay, is when I'm walked. Okay, now once I'm walked, right, then I'm saying in man, which is really guard tackle. Now there's no sniffer for the next primary indicator. So what's your next primary indicator? The back. So when I'm out, I'm in man through the mesh point, right? I see run pass off of this picture. And then if I get a run read, I go to the mesh point because that's going to tell me essentially like a cheat safety. If, hey, give, pull, RPO. I'm not responding with tempo there unless I'm in the fit. Okay. So this goes back to, hey, how do we coach it? Apex Plus. Okay. Apex Plus is, hey, I'm not involved in the fit. Regardless of how you may involve this guy in the fit in 3x1, right? But if I'm Apex Plus, then I'm going to say, hey, now, okay, I'm out of the fit. So what is the apex between the true in man, not a gap, but the true end of the line of scrimmage, and whoever I'm walked out on, 2 or 3, depending on how you coach it. Okay. If I'm Apex Plus, now I'm saying, okay, I would like you to be slightly wider than an Apex alignment in order to discourage the RPO, because I'm only plus if I'm not being counted in the fit. So now it should be used to take away the RPO. What's the exception to that? If their split dictates that I can't plus it too much or the coverage and execute my coverage, because sometimes when you're playing inside leverage, if I get too close to the guy, now I can't possibly carry him if I'm a carry player, or he's going to beat me across my face if I reroute him. So that's a general rule of thumb. But as long as you know that you're plus, you know, hey, I don't care if I read run or not. I should never, when I'm an Apex Plus player, take a step at the line of scrimmage if I'm Apex Plus pre-snap. Best case scenario, when I'm Apex Plus, or worst case scenario, I pop my feet exactly where I am as I keep. Okay, why does it matter to say I want to go in man to the mesh point? Because there's a drastic difference in that action and the backs away, and you get that action. Because on that action, he's an RPO player majority of the time, whether he's a stick or a bubble. Okay, that action, he's coming to seal you. I should say, so I'm in man mesh point. If I'm out of the fit, I see that action. It should take me directly into the crack so that hopefully I can address him and let the safety, if we're in quarters or even the cheat safety, go fit off of me. The sooner he sees him block, the sooner he can respond. Or in that regard, if I go to play into him and it's a one guard play pass, that hey, that action takes me, and then the fact that he doesn't block me tells the people behind me that it's passed really quickly. Okay, now